If we must choose only one item to represent Liangzhu culture, jadeware is indisputably the one. In Liangzhu period, the quality and quantity of jadewares and their varieties and combinations, appearances and patterns symbolize not only the owner's status and power, but also the level and scale of communities, as well as vehicle of social concepts and beliefs. The high status of Liangzhu jadeware originates from its rarity, rare raw material, time-consuming work procedures, and sophisticated techniques all lay material foundation for Liangzhu jade culture. In the Songzi period before Liangzhu, the technique of making jade is already well developed, but in this period, flat carving is the main technique in making jade wares, which are mostly flat in shape. In Liangzhu period, with the progress of technique, people are able to make not only large, flat jade wares such as jade discs, but also others like jade kong, which are cylinders with certain mass. Liangzhu jade wares involve very complicated technique. In general, the work procedures include raw blank, molding, polishing, pattern carving, polishing, and others. Among these procedures, cutting and hole digging are most widely adopted, which serve not only in jadeware molding, but also as one of the pattern carving methods. In Liangzhu period, when cutting jade material, people mainly apply slices or strings. Slice cutting adopts slice-shaped tools together with quartz sand to rub and separate jade material, which often leaves straight traces of cutting on jade surface. Many evidences prove that slice cutting technique in Liangzhu period enables limited depth of cutting, which may be caused by soft cutting materials such as bamboo and wood. Slice cutting turns flat tenons and column-shaped blanks into long cylinders, either round or square, then further into cone-shaped jade objects. Of the patterns in sacred emblems and birds of Liangzhu, the shallow embossment patterns are a result of cutting and carving and continuously polishing the background. The fine line patterns on Liangzhu jade wares are shaped by sharp flint knives on the jade surface at very tiny contact areas, sometimes within just 1 square millimeter. There are 5 to 6 thin lines without crossing each other, which is amazing. String cutting adopts strings with certain sand to cut jade material by rubbing back and forth, which often leaves curvy traces on the cutting surface of jade material. In processing Liangzhu jade wares, string cutting serves as the main method. People dig holes on jade surfaces and apply string cutting outward along tiny holes to create hollowed out areas on jade wares, which is called string carving. The hollowed out patterns on some Liangzhu jade wares are results of this technique of string carving. Many Liangzhu jade wares have round holes of various sizes. Most of them are formed by tubular drilling. Drilling is a great invention in technique, which provides objects with more methods of combined use. With tubular drilling, certain sand is applied on one end of a tubular tool, which is then pressed against the surface to be drilled. People rotate the drilling tool continuously until a round drilling hole takes shape. When drilling with the depth increasing, resistance also increases. Drilling from the opposite side of the jadeware is easier. However, as drilling is done from both sides, sometimes without precise positioning, traces of malposition often occur. At this jade drilling core, we may see during the two-side drilling, traces of malposition occur due to mismatch at the center. The tubular drilling tools are various in size, and the depth of holes are different. Using very thin drilling tools, people can form, on the surface of jadewares, tiny, shallow, and round drilling traces. As to the sacred face patterns on the surface of jade, Kong, the big and small lines around rims of eyes, are the result of tubular drilling. Regarding the material, jadeware is one kind of stoneware. However, with certain sand as medium, jadewares are the result of indirect grinding. Compared with other stonewares made by striking or coarse stone grinding, the manufacturing technique use are fundamentally different. A jadeware is not a production instrument, but only an item used by its owner for rituals and ceremonies. But its appearance is a revolution for hard material processing in prehistoric era. Some scholars therefore consider there should be a Jade Age in Chinese history. If between the Stone Age and the Bronze Age in China, a Jade Age exists indeed, the processing technique of Liangzhu jadeware undoubtedly is the representative of supreme technique in the Jade Age.